Hello Virgo, this is a timeless reading for you and I'm using my own tarot cards. I was taking a look at your spread before I started filming and it's very interesting. In the middle of the message of your reading is very interesting. And in the middle of your spread we have the card compassion, but it has an entirely different meaning from what one might think when just looking at this one card. This card is surrounded by the card resistance, vacillation. Actually, is it vacillation or vacillation? It sounds like vaccination. I'm German, so sometimes, even though I made these cards, I might mispronounce something, or, when I'm speaking freely, sometimes I don't know an exact vocabulary that I need at the moment. So be patient with me, please. And then comes wisdom and burden. So, when we pull the card compassion, we think like, oh, this reading is about you have to be more compassionate, empathy, forgive someone, blah, blah, blah. I'm not like that. So I'm getting something entirely different from this spread as well. I feel like due to this whole compassion talk and this false kind of empathy that's being forced onto people who have a conscience and who are naturally empathetic or even compassionate. Like, often these people in society are being exploited, fooled, taken advantage of. And then on top of that, being encouraged to be more compassionate and more empathetic so that people just can keep abusing this type of personality. And I feel like this is something that you might realize. And there is this taste in this reading of some of you might still be stuck in a situation like this. Others of you might already try to come out of it, or it's something that you already came out of, but you still feel negative about it, even if it's like, I don't know, 45 years ago or something like that, or a little less than that. It still gives you a bad feeling when you think of this situation. It's regarding several people, maybe for some of you only one person, but for most of you it's more than one person in some kind of constellation where you were in this energy of vacillation, not knowing what kind of decision to make, not knowing what is the right action to take, the right word to say. What should I think? You even didn't know what kind of thought of your own you should follow due to this hardcore moral compass that is being enforced into some people. That even when they go through the hardest kind of abuse, they still feel as if they should have compassion with the abuser. That made you somehow be stuck. It could feel like 100 years in a situation, not leaving because just out of a guilty conscience towards someone or several people who did not have the slightest guilt towards you, towards how they treated you. The resistance card in the unconscious position speaks of your own resistance of realizing that, your own resistance being honest with yourself regarding this topic, your resistance of meeting such people again and again, which is absolutely understandable. We don't want to meet these kind of people because it's painful again and again. But also this card is showing me a character a specific person or just a personality type that keeps coming back into your life. That just keeps on resisting, criticizing, hating everything that you do. You could even do two entirely opposing things. They would hate both because they just hate. And it doesn't matter how you look, how you dress, what you say, how you speak, how you smell, what you do for a living, with whom you are, who is your friend, who is your partner, who is your family. Even if you would exchange all of these circumstances in your life, they would still hate you because that's just how they are. And sometimes we take it very personally if such a person attacks us. And then we start to reflect. Because we have been taught we have to be compassionate and we have to take criticism, we have to consider, we have to take it seriously and start to self-reflect when someone criticizes us, and you have taken it so deeply into your mind and emotions that you took these people seriously, and it drove you like crazy. Because they themselves are like the ultimate representation of chaos. And you can never make it right to them. And there is no order inside of them, even though they feel like they are like the highest form of, like they are the order cups. They know the highest order, but they don't. They are chaos. This could be someone who is very, obsessed with rules, how to properly park your car, how often to wash your car, how to do this, how to do that, who, follows every single little rule or law. Could even be literally someone who works for the government, someone who twists and looks at every little penny and every little number, and everything has to be 100% accurate and full of laws and rules. It could be someone like that. But they are not order. They are not structure. There's something that you have to realize, or that you are already realizing about that. And it has to do with these false beliefs and teachings about compassion and wisdom. And this whole situation will then give you an understanding of true compassion and true wisdom. The heart here is pumping heart, love, energy into other hearts. But it is not connected to this kind of energy. Because this kind of energy cannot be a vessel to this kind of energy. No matter how hard everyone is trying to believe that everything is good and everyone is good on the inside. I also feel drawn to look at the guy here in the wisdom card having his back turned onto his energy. The bottom, not at the bottom, at the top. In the realization position we have burden. And I feel like this is just a confirmation. It's what I already said, like something has been burdening you your whole life, and it was probably this, indoctrination about having to be empathetic with everyone and everything around you, while others, just treat you like SHYT. And you're not allowed to say or do anything back because you have to be compassionate. I had some problems with my phone today. I already filmed your reading actually, and also Taurus's reading. But the time was just ticking. I can see it on my display how the time is moving, and it looked like I was filming like I usually film. And when I push the stop button, usually then the phone automatically stores the video in the gallery. But I don't know, both of my videos suddenly were gone. and the phone didn't store it. It never happened before. I don't know why, even though there was enough storage left. So your first reading was gone, but it is interesting because I pulled very similar cards, or the whole reading had a very similar meaning, and this resistance card also came up. So this message was supposed to come true. At the bottom of the deck we have awareness. So this is you becoming aware of this whole topic. And we have closed, open, imagination, loss. This is going into deep. I just want to stick to closed and open. You know, my whole duality deck is based on this concept with, you know, number 65 is open, number 66 is closed. I always worked with these seemingly opposing energies during the whole deck. So I feel like this is what I was already speaking about, this closed card. Like, as I said, this entity cannot be a vessel to this energy. It cannot. But the open card is like, you know, turning your back onto something that cannot receive, that is not compatible with your energy. You learning that and focusing onto someone or something that is open to receive you and your energy, and the other way around. Something that can be connected and something that can be something that fits together and can work together. You can take this reading, I don't know, for a partnership, friendship, job, hobby, anything in life. There is just this realization about no matter how compassionate you are, your energy cannot fit into everyone or everything. You have to, or you will find this kind of wisdom and this discernment to make the right decision, what you should focus on or whom you should focus on, what to invest to. It could even just be, you know, it doesn't even have to be about a person. It could just be that there's a certain job that you have been trying so hard and hard and hard to, you know, climb the ladder. And after years, you finally see like there is no climbing of a ladder. It just doesn't work. And then you find something entirely new that you invest your energy and focus into, and it blossoms fast. It works immediately. This is a realization about that. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you for watching.